can you believe that the unicorn is the animal of Scotland?
It's the national animal.
It's the national animal. Like, why isn't Loch Ness? I mean, come on, it makes no sense.
Wait,
because that's not real.
Are you guys pulling our chain? Am I gonna have to Google?
No.
The unicorn is the national animal of Scotland.
Oh my god, that's magical! I love it.
But just so you know, McMatey, my cousin is married to the Laird of Aberdeenshire.
Nice.
Just so you know.
How many castles are across the whole country of Scotland?
Thousands.
Tell us about the pyramid. Tell us about the pyramid in Scotland. What is that all about?
I think it's just a burial cairn. It's just a monument to somebody.
I think that's monument to Prince Albert.
So just for the Americans, Prince Albert was married to Queen Victoria. He was her love.
So, and in terms of pyramids, so in Scotland we have cairns, which that was what the old Scots used to get buried in. So it was like an above ground tomb. So the pyramid is just a more finely sculptured cairn. Burial cairns were often at the top of hills at lookout points and stuff, so that they could see across the domain that they lived on.
I have a bit of advice. It just happened to me about 2 weeks ago. I sent Hobbit pictures. I got swarmed by
yeah, you did.
Africanized bees when I was trying to shut the water off to fix a crack, just a crack pipe in the backyard with the water, right? But I went to lift the green cover up and bees swarmed me. I haven't been stung by a bee since I was like in first grade, and they hurt. And I had to call like a bee person to come and like remove it. And there were 4 giant honeycombs underneath that lid.
Those were killer bees?
Africanized.
What?
Yep.
Oh my goodness. I didn't know they were killer bees. That's terrifying. You're lucky to be here.
I'm surprised we can call
It was extremely terrifying.
Was that Tim?
I said I'm surprised we can still call them Africanized killer bees.
Why?
Why have it? Why do we change the name for everything that's been like that for decades? It sounds.
Well, they're both called Africanized bees and killer bees.
It sounds racist.
We can call
it's not.
We can call them Bolivian killer bees because I think they actually, well, they are queen bees that originated from Africa, but it was this group of scientists, I think in Bolivia, that actually...
Wasn't it Brazil or something like that?
Oh, it might have been Brazil. It was something with the bee down in South America, and that's where the scientists were experimenting because I guess the honeybees don't do well in the Amazon or in the rainforest. Not Amazon, but is it whatever rainforest stuff is down there? They don't do well in that climate and produce enough. And so they brought 4, I think, queen bees from Africa to try to crossbreed them. And then they got loose. And they were doing really good. And then they got loose. And it took not even 10 to 15 years for them to make it all the way up to the southwest part of the United States.
Oh, it doesn't sound very good. I used to call myself Queen of the Bees to my little brother when I was a kid because we had a big bush out the side of our garden, and all the bees used to come there, and I used to pretend. We used to collect them in bottles, so we put loads of flowers in a glass bottle, and we collect bees so that we could study them. Don't know why. The things you used to do to entertain yourself as a child. I've only written 2 chapters, but I have a science fiction kind of story that I'm writing, and it's about the planet, and it's the planet Earth, but they call it Apis, so it's basically been taken over, in a couple of thousand years. It's set a couple of thousand years from now, and it's the bees, because the humans died out, the bees and the insects all kind of rows, and so they're all like 6 foot tall and all that sort of stuff. So they go to the hex cinema and all this sort of caper, and they greet each other. It's so bad. But yeah, I've read it out in a couple of places. I'm going to have to get back to it. I keep saying I'm going to get back to it, but yeah, it's the Planet of the Bees. So I have about 3 books. So I don't know. I think I'm looking into doing it digitally because it might be easier, and I'm not into self-publishing.
Should have been the recorded voice.
At the sound of the tone, the time will be 12:42. I know so many people go to sleep to me on Spaces. It's just like, no offense, Claire, but I do go to sleep to you on Spaces. I'm like, okay, I'll take it.
You both have a soothing voice.
I don't think you've ever heard me angry, though. It's not very soothing.
Well, no, but you're not supposed to read angry.
Yeah, it's
I heard you slightly buzzed, and that was humorous.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great.
But you heard me slightly buzzed. That's interesting.
Yeah, you were. What was it? A few weeks ago, you were off, and I think your daughter was gone, and you were having a few drinks, and you had something else to do that day, but you had a few beers while we were on Spaces, and you were a little buzzed up.
It was quite funny, but I'd had a few drinks in the afternoon, and it was really hot, and I hadn't had any lunch. Always feed me. If you're feeding me alcohol, I need to eat. Yep.
Yeah, even as a bigger guy, I need to eat before I drink, or it's not good.
Yeah, well, I'm a tiny person, so I remember going to a barbecue, and it was my ex-partner and his wife, and my ex came and gave me my food first, and everyone was like, "Why? Why is he giving you your food first? Surely he should be feeding his wife first." And I went, "Because he knows fine rightly if I don't have food, I'm going to be a nuisance." But the wife's like well, she's my friend. His wife, her best friend, was raging that I'd been served first in the dinner. But she's opening a Lego store next week. My daughter's father, his wife is opening a Lego store in our hometown next week. So we're going down to the opening of that. That should be great fun. I had like the worst nightmare last night about like locusts.
Later end up.
Oh, bye-bye.
What was your nightmare about, Belfast? I had a nightmare that I was working. I was like, what the fuck? I woke up and it's like, shit, I gotta go to work.
No, it was like this giant locust with these really big, massive black eyes. I don't know what was going on. I woke up in the middle of the night going, what's that about? And then I noticed that my child's like plushie toy it was like a bee with big black eyes was just like sitting there looking at me. I'm like, have I seen that before I fell asleep? And that's why. But I was watching a nature program about locusts, and like flying through towns and eating all the greenery. So that's probably what it was from. So it's just funny the way the brain works and kind of twists it into things that may possibly be scary. I very rarely would have a dream, never mind a nightmare. So it was kind of odd.
It is kind of odd.
Your face is kind of odd.
No, it's not. I will tell you that it's even.
Odd.
Yeah. Well, my wife told me herself that it's a good thing it's a good thing I'm pretty.
Yeah. And pretty man, you'll put up with nonsense from a pretty man.
I had a full collection of mackerel feathers embedded on the inside of my gum once, which was nice. It was lovely.
I'm sorry, mackerel feathers? What?
Yeah, that's what you use to fish your mackerel, like because they're bottom feeders, so you put like feathers, and there's about 20 hooks all separated, and they'll get feathers on, a coloured feather on them, so that attracts them.
I'm actually going on a trip in September to go deep sea fishing over here.
A trip?
Yeah, a trip. Not an acid trip. A fishing trip. A deep sea fishing trip, just off the coast of Port Rush. So I'm hoping to go to that. Where
What are you
whole
gonna
collection
catch?
from.
Oh, you
Probably
fish murderer.
It'll probably be mackerel. So that'll be mostly it'll be mackerel. You wouldn't really catch much else off in the Irish Sea. Nettie on here, she used to be called something different. Can't remember what she was called. But
Wannabe Anna.
Wannabe Anna, that's it. Yes, she's a lovely looking lady. She's also just so sweet. I met her in Belfast. She came over for Belfast. Sorry, I should qualify that for the Belfast Let Women Speak event. She came over for that.
Wait, what is this? British man has died suddenly, fell unconscious on a flight to the Caribbean island with his mom. A 29-year-old became unresponsive. That just happened yesterday.
Listen, nothing suspicious about it. Healthy 30-year-old men drop dead all the time.
Yeah.
I wonder, was it a heart attack?
I don't know, but I'm not having the in-flight peanuts that the British are giving out. Screw that.
The in-flight pea what?
Peanuts.
All right, okay.
Mm-hmm. You're a wild one, McBeastie. Gotta keep an eye on you.